Hi, welcome to Ray's Toolbox. You caught me taking a break. Today I spent the day building this countertop. Thought about finishing it up and then installing it, but you know how plywood is, it gets kind of warpish. By the time I got some screws that was going to come into this thing and pull it down, they would probably be coming through the top side, through the finish. So I'm going to do something daring, for me anyway. And I went ahead and fastened this down, and we'll give it the finish in place. So cross your fingers. Let's see how this piece in the middle is going to be the table. Kind of hard to tell right now, but I'm going to try and make it to have the same finish as what the countertop does. So stick around. Let's see how this stuff comes out. I'm going to put a rock face edge on this. Just because it helps it look a little more natural. Mix up a little bit of epoxy here. And see what we can do for giving it that textured look on the edge. So once you get it on here, it's really kind of simple. You just take your fingers, pull some of that off. You don't have to worry too much about getting it perfect, smooth, and all that stuff. Mostly you just want to get it on there. And then give it some texture. Now it's going to have some sharp points on it with the texture, but we're not going to have to worry about that because after it sets up a little bit, we'll come back with some sandpaper, sand off all those. After that's set up, it's time to give it a primer coat. We're going to go with a white base coat on this, and that way if anything shows through, it's not going to hurt a thing. So, let's get that started. A good primer coat helps seal the wood. That way all the air bubbles won't come up and start ruining your finish after you get your epoxy all set up the way you like it. I gave it 2 coats of paint to seal it off, and then I did a real thin skim coat of epoxy to really make sure it was sealed, keep those air bubbles in check. Before the decorative coat was put on, I made a tape dam to help hold the epoxy in place while it was being designed, and also so it wouldn't run off quite as fast. So the next coat of epoxy, I used a white mother of pearl coloring in it. It's you can see through it just a little bit. It really looked nice on this tabletop after we got finished. If you ever have a desire to mess with epoxy, it's not too hard to do. It's pretty easy to mess with. Takes a little bit of time, but nothing terrible. Anything that's worth it takes a little bit of time anyway. Now, if you want to know how to mix up epoxy, the place I like to go is Countertops.com. I don't make a thing off of them. They don't know me. But if you find something you like on my website or videos, I'd like for you to share it so I can return the favor ahead of time. How's that sound? I'm going to accent this with some colors. I'm going to use in red and gold and gray. So before I started, I just lightly misted the top with those colors. Just so if it's something shines through, you didn't get covered well, whatever, you got a little bit of backup, if you will. Cross your fingers and see if the backup can works. Oh yeah. Oh, that's strong. Yeah, that's alright.
After I had all my colors incorporated, I used the blowtorch, the propane torch, to get all the air bubbles out. And then to move the colors around, I switched to a heat gun to kind of push the epoxy, the coloring, around the way I wanted. The blowtorch will do the same thing, but it's really easy to get it too hot too fast. I found out the hard way on several projects. If you watch, you can see the colors actually move in the videos here with the heat gun. I didn't notice it when I was doing the countertop with the camera on, but you can tell it's the end of summer with all the cicadas in the background singing their songs. I'm always pleasantly surprised and amazed the way the colors move around with the heat gun.
Another trick's going to be hard for the camera to see is I'm going to take some alcohol and just spray on it, spritz on it. And that makes it, it opens up cells, if you will. Kind of gives it a more natural look as well. See if I can give you a closer look of what we got going here. This is our design. Right in here you can see the undertone, the color that I sprayed on it before we started. You can kind of see how that comes through there. Not sure how it shows on the camera, but it looks really nice from up here. So testing the sample here, we're getting close. It's about time to pull off the tape. So, cross your fingers, let's see how this works. All the tape did was keep it up on top as it was sitting up a little bit. And now, we want to bring some of that design down over the top. and cover the front edge with epoxy. So I'm just going to cover the front edge, make sure it gets some epoxy, some seal. This will help make it strong, I guess. And at the same time, I can work that top collar down a little bit. This is going to help protect it. And then after this sets up, we'll put a top coat on it to protect the collars that we just put on.
After that had set up, I retaped the edge and put a flood coat on the top of it to help protect the finish, keep the collars protected, and made it durable for scratches and heat, hot pans, that type of things. After that was finished, I torched it 3 times, 5 minutes apart, and then watched and took the tape dam off and made sure that the edges were covered as well. This is a look of the final product after it had set up. And this is what the countertop looks like after we got everything finished and put together. This is the tabletop. It also drops down to make a bed at nighttime, but I tried to match the design on the tabletop with the countertop. A little bit more gold in the table, but I think it looks pretty good myself. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the videos that we have. Let all your friends know to come on over and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see what the final product looks like on the next video. See you then.